We're back, Bare Bones Broadcasting. I talked about the metamorphosis in this afterlife, which I don't think takes place. Well, let's say there is a heaven and hell. Which place do you think you can get away with lying the most? When I say lying, the remark is and prediction is there is no secrets in heaven. Do you think there's secrets in hell with Lucifer? That's one of the issues Lucifer is a rage about, is secrets. Lucifer got sent on duty. Lucifer didn't quite understand what Lucifer was going to get involved in and has gotten a little fed up. Is the issue between Lucifer and God. And you better know that. Lucifer's just fed up with God is the sin of Lucifer. Nothing else. And sometimes takes it out on you. Now, those two make up. I wonder if taking it out on you will still become an issue. The way you see it. You're moaning like a Jew of Nazi Germany claiming the whole issue was you. What? Would a Jew of Nazi Germany want the issue fixed? Well, then you're not going to hold yourself up as the prime issue and complain about what happened to you, are you? Who is the least of the Holocaust? Oh, there was a Holocaust. Hell yeah, there was a Holocaust. And when you're not honest about it, what are you doing for it? Making it happen again? As the king of the Jews, I'll ask every Jew that's having a hemorrhage about this Holocaust of the day in their 80s. I went through it. What are you saying about it? Something that will prevent it from happening again? No, you're not! Or you'd be on your face in front of everybody in sackcloth and ashes. Fasting from your irrelevant remarks. You're facing the monarch, Jew. How do you think I'd talk to you when I'm Saul's nephew? Jew. Thought it was going to be just washed under the rug, huh? There! Well, you ain't washing my uncle under the rug. Like you did John Kennedy. In his day, was there anything different about the assassination of Saul or John Kennedy? Was there? Would you have fired people within the ranks in Israel at the time of the Babylonian surge? You were Saul. Would you run Samuel off? What was he doing for the situation, really? You know, all these predictions you talk about, do they match logic of the inevitable? Of a mammal? All your prediction in mystic and religion or whatever you want to call it, and writing by nincompoops, have to match logic of mammal and inevitable, and botany and physics, don't they? And when they don't, what are they worth? Thank you. Are the terms of these predictions descriptive of anything happening here? No! Then what in hell do you dance around this like it is a fire that even went out? It was never a fire to start with. You go into the forest, you take some grass, and you wrinkle it up, and this is a fire. What? Or whatever we call it, it is. And we'll dance around. You're an idiot. You know, no matter what tribal people danced around a cold fire, you outdo it. Don't you? Because there's no fire ever was there, and you just took the weeds and wrapped them together and started dancing around it. Well, it's tribal. Misuse of terminology. And your mind is not relevant. You sound like a Buddhist that had a stroke and cannot chant anymore, and the sounds you're making are not. I wish I could name their chant, and it's not the chant. Sorry. Mr. Buddhist, that's not going to work. According to what everyone else is saying. Your chant, wrong. I hear you right in the middle of the temple. Man, hope they drowned you out. Complainer of the Holocaust. And the way you're complaining. Now, there's time to complain about the Holocaust. I'm going to affirm you that. And I'll remind you this much. It wasn't for Adolf Hitler, Europe still starving. He just put it off for a while for you. What have you rallied around before him or after? Well, everything. The only thing that's rallied Europe, and the United States, is Adolf Hitler. Other than that, when did you do anything? And of course, you got to rally around a crisis. Because you can't rally around one language and an attitude of liking each other in Europe. So you need a crisis. Europe, rally around. Or you're about to get one. Let's see you rally. No one has anything to rescue you with because you'll starve to death and I don't know what the hell you're going to do. To me, like you're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Because no one, just like Libya and Israel, Egypt, there's no money to rebuild you. There's no money to rebuild Haiti. There's no money to rebuild New Orleans. There's no money. You think it grows on trees. And these people, you know what they're getting grants for? Look where it is, if there is anywhere it's going. Asinine. Homeless. Put the homeless on trial to get their resources. What? Yeah, put the homeless on trial to get their resources. What'd that cost you an hour? About $9,000 an hour for all the planning of it. Dumb idea! Already in debt and can never be paid for. The planning so far. Dumb. It's dumb. It is. It's Rome never was as dumb, and it's the same.